One of the things I love and that excites me about Walt Disney World is that it is always changing, and sometimes everything old is new again, even something as simple as a name like Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. I'm here with Ken Potrock.
Very good.
We'll see. Give me a minute, because we're going to talk about changes coming to the resort, more importantly, some additions coming from the Disney Vacation side, which you guys officially announced this morning.
Well, you know, I think we're very excited to add what we call the third jewel in the monorail crown, and the ability to join the Contemporary Hotel and the Grand Floridian now with the Polynesian as flags that we're able to plant as part of Disney Vacation Club here in Florida is a really great development, and we're really excited about what it's going to do, not just for our Disney Vacation Club members, but for the entire resort.
So let's talk a little bit about that, because let's start right where it begins at the Great Ceremonial House, because there are some changes. Some people, sad, then, when changes come sometimes, or you lose a waterfall, but I think we're going to gain a lot in terms of what that experience is going to be like.
Yeah, I think you gain, a real lot. I think, the most important thing, when a guest is coming from far away is it's that first impact that you can make. And so when they walk into the ceremonial house, the entire lobby opens up. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to feel contemporary. But not just that, because they're going to be able to look through it, which they weren't able to do before, look through it and begin to see the pool, which is all redeveloped, and Seven Seas Lagoon, out into the distance. So now all of a sudden, it really feels like you're in this magical, magical place.
When you say that, it makes me think of Disney's Aulani Resort, which is the same thing. When you walk in, it's sort of that breathtaking vista of being able to look through. And like that resort, it has the, Disney Polynesian Village Resort side, and it also has the Disney's Vacation Club Villas and Bungalows, did I guess?
Very nice, very nice.
We've been practicing for hours.
Hours.
So Villas is exciting, Bungalows really exciting.
Yeah, so coming, it's something really neat to see, because anybody that's been out on the water, it's very obvious that there are these beautiful bungalows that are coming up out of the water. Construction is going on as we speak. I think it's going to be very exciting for our Disney Vacation Club members to get an experience like that right out on the water, which I think is a step in the right direction. And I think it really goes to what we tried to do with Aulani, and what we're trying to do with the Polynesian, which is to create an authentic experience that transforms people, to different, places that they want to go. And if you've ever been, to a Polynesian resort, the idea is to chill and to relax and to have water and all of those kinds of things. And once we're able to talk more about all of the amenities that are coming, I think it's going to blow people away.
Yeah, and that's what, as someone who's been coming to Walt Disney World since November of 1971, every resort had its own sort of feel and flavor and theme. And that was one thing about the Polynesian was, it very much was that sense of relaxation, and the water was very important. Now being able to have, and again, we'll learn more in time, but this idea of this bungalow of your own out on the water, I think honeymoon, I think, families getting there together, I think anniversaries, so it's going to add something that we really haven't seen before.
Yeah, I think you've got it right. I think it creates an opportunity to do something really very special and very different and unlike anything that we have, through our system, and really unlike anything that's in the Orlando marketplace. So we think that's a really nice thing to be able to do. I think the other part of it is, because they're going to be bigger, you're going to have the ability to have larger groups stay in those kinds of bungalows, and I think that's a step as well, because we have so much multi-generational, travelers coming to our marketplace. You could envision grandparents and their children and their grandchildren all staying together in an environment where, that's a family member, a family memory that, will last forever.
And like all the other Disney Vacation Club properties, you don't necessarily need to be a DVC member in order to stay. Any guest can.
That's exactly right. So, again, Disney Vacation Club has a lot of wonderful advantages to it, both from a cost efficiency perspective and flexibility and all those kinds of things. But the beauty of our product is when our members aren't staying in it, it's available to rent, by any guest that wants to come. And I think that's a great way, one, for them to see it, and two, potentially to convert to a Disney Vacation Club member. How to get that plug in there.
And the great thing is it does benefit all guests, whether
Yes.
you're a day guest, Disney Vacation Club member, you're staying at the, but because there's changes coming to the resort in and of itself, and I was smiling throughout the presentation as two words came across, Trader Sam's. Tell me a little bit about what
Sure.
our version of Trader Sam's is going to be like.
Well, we all, went out to Disneyland, and we, hung out, for a very important brainstorm, at Trader Sam's at the Disneyland Hotel, and we loved it. And it's just got such story to it, and it's got such a relaxed environment, and it has great beverages and concepts along that way, and food and fun food, and basically it's just people chilling.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to mimic that. We wanted to build on that as well. So, we created this Trader Sam's grotto storyline that goes with it, but it really is many of the same kinds of things in terms of a great place for people to relax together and laugh and have a good time and swap stories of the day, and along the way, potentially have a grog of something that's a little bit, fun to help the stories along.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've always enjoyed, is being able to go to, the lounges at some of the resorts after, hop on the monorail and go to one of the lounges, and you talk not just about great food and great drinks like we're used to seeing at places like in Trader Sam's and Disneyland, but it's all about the detail and the story and the theming with a little bit of a Walt Disney World overlay on it too.
Well, and beyond that, the nice part about it is, again, the Polynesian resort is on the monorail. So if you're, staying at any of those monorail hotels, that's your, Trader Sam's as well. Whether or not you're staying at the Polynesian, doesn't matter. You pop on the monorail and you're right there. So it really is a great way to open up the storyline to a large swath of guests, and that's exactly what we set out to do.
Any other changes or additions or enhancements coming to the resort?
Well, I guess I would make you a promise that there's a lot more to come and a lot more to talk about, and we're very, very excited about the direction we're going. We have huge momentum for Disney Vacation Club. The reaction that we're getting from our guests is literally off the charts, and they're asking us more and more, what's next, what's next, what's next, and we're working hard to give them what's next, so stay tuned.
I say all the time that the things that excites me most about what's going on at Walt Disney World is the stuff that I don't even know about yet. Can you give us a hint, at least relative time frame, as to potentially when the enhancements will be complete?
Well, we'll be, at least I think, be in a position where we can begin talking about it within the next 6 months or so.
Right.
So I think that'll be a great, step in the right direction. You'll see a lot of construction walls. You'll see all of that kind of stuff going on, and I'm sure you have sources better than I do, so you'll get all this really great information. But within the next 6 months or so, we'll be able to really talk about it with detail. And again, people are clamoring for the information, and we desperately want to give it to you.
Well, when you're ready to talk, we're ready to listen.
You're my guy.
Ken Potrock, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very excited about Trader Sam's, all the enhancements coming to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort and the Disney Vacation Club Villas and Bungalows.
You're good.
I got to go out with that because
Wow.
you hit a home run, you walk off.
You run.
Good job. Thanks so much.